Hello, Scorpios. This is Seven Shadows with your tarot reading for mid-month September 2015. And this is such a crazy powerful reading. I've been kind of holding off on doing it to make sure that I get these messages right. Um, Before we begin, you have 4 out of 6 major arcana cards, which is pretty rare. And I'll just show you some of them to start because the patterns are kind of crazy. So you have Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool coming up here. Numbers 20, 10, and 0 in the major arcana. So that gives you a little idea of how big this time is. So it's you're going through some kind of huge leap, huge step up, huge turning point, and so much positivity here. It's like you've been through some difficult times. Scorpios tend to go through some pretty big lows at times, but these past few years have been pretty intense for a lot of people. So I'm really glad to say I think things are turning around for the better. You have an immensely positive outlook here. Every single card is like just screaming. And I'm getting these, I'm not incredibly clairaudient, but I'm getting all these sounds and messages that I can't quite decipher. So there's a lot of spirits talking. The first card you have popping up is the Empress. And the Empress often comes up to represent like the goddess, the higher feminine power reaching into your life and bringing you blessings and nurturing, providing a nice creative and nurturing environment to grow. It could also be you embodying the powers of the Empress, reaching up to this immense, nurturing, feminine goddess energy. And it could be like becoming a mother or nurturing some kind of creative project or business into being. And it's something that you really put your heart into, whether this is a project, a business, or like a work of art. It could be really anything that you're passionate about and working on and trying to build up to a place where it takes on a life of its own. It's taking like a lot of attention and love. It's a labor of love. And you're just filled with this like immense, powerful energy. I love this card. It's just one of the most beautiful, just like a celestial goddess. Yeah, I often associate her with the goddess, and her energy definitely comes from the heart and from a nurturing, loving place. Also, just extreme power. She's like very self-realized, very standing within her power, aligned with her own power. Nothing's really standing in her way. Nothing can. She's almost like untouchable here. So that's pretty cool. And then after that, we have the Judgment card. And Judgment is all about, this is kind of a very complex card, and I keep seeing new meanings in it. It's come up for 3 of the other signs as well this mid-month. And let me turn this music off 1 second. I like it, but it's slightly louder than I am, so. So the Judgment card is about bringing up your past for one last review and kind of making peace with aspects of your past and your past selves. And coming up reversed for you here, it's like it's telling me that you're having a little bit of trouble, or there's just like this process has been dragged out a little bit. It's definitely ending, but um, I get the feeling this has a lot to do with Saturn leaving your sign of Scorpio. So that happened yesterday, and it's been in Scorpio for the past, like, well, on and off for the past 5 years or so. So it's a really long time to be trudging through all sorts of Saturn setbacks. And so this is kind of like a delayed process. Um, if you've been feeling like you're just coming up against wall after wall after wall, that time is over. So you're moving forward now, and that's so exciting. And for those of you who, I mean, judgment can represent a whole bunch of huge energies. This can literally be kind of judging you and giving you kind of reward or punishment, um, at least in like a Saturn type sense. Um, the lessons are tough and the rewards are immense. So, for all of your hard work and efforts, you are going to be so repaid. And there's like this very intensive review of your past, and it's for multiple reasons. First, to kind of have an overview so you know how you did in whatever tests or situations, how you've grown, and you're kind of evaluating yourself. And I think being evaluated from outside as well, if you want to believe in that. You don't need to take my word on that, but you're also trying to make peace with some of those elements from your past that, parts of yourself that maybe you've repressed, or energies that are stuck in some situations that you couldn't quite let go of or make peace with. Some of There's still like outstanding things there, and I get the feeling that it's a little bit tough for you to let go of something. And it's just like easier said than done. And I think there's something still unresolved, and you realize you need to walk away. You need to let go, but you're not exactly sure how, because it's so deep and so um, almost I don't know. There's something about it that's just like kind of gnawing at you still. And so the best I can say is that I think more of the picture will be revealed to you in time, more of the overall picture, some details um, that are kind of left out that you can't quite incorporate will kind of make clear why and how some things happened, and it's just complex. And so you're kind of tied up in these things because you haven't found some of the answers that you were looking for, or some of the resolution you were looking for, and you might kind of have lost hope or faith in the order of things and in the justice of things. So, um, you have a right to feel your feelings. And you know that, like, you dig so deep that you know when you're onto something. So all I can say is there's some other aspects that are just even kind of beyond your current understanding, but you definitely have like learned some of these lessons and gotten past it, and you're just at this last step of like making peace and letting go. And this making peace thing and letting go, you don't necessarily, those experiences will never go away. Those lessons you've learned will never go away, and you're still going to carry those things inside of you. They just won't play as big a role once you've let go. It'll be something you can reference if you need, but it won't be affecting your life so much anymore. These times are over. So make your peace. Try to be kind to yourself, to your past selves that you're healing, or those aspects of yourself that have been repressed. Just allow them to speak. Allow them to speak their piece and accept them. And that will help you gather back your personal power here. Because This is a huge, like, a lot has happened, and you're gathering immense personal power. Um, Another aspect of this card has so many messages here. You see, it's sort of associated with Pluto, and as you can see, it's kind of scorpionic, this angel. It's like very intense and very refined light as well. And I'm just seeing a whole lot of Phoenix energy and Scorpio energy going on here. So it really is like rising from the ashes of what you once were. You're rising from the ashes of your past, and there's this like huge release of energy. So for all of that, like, uh, for all of that, I don't know, all of the fires you've been through that have kind of like charred you to the core, you have really, your spirit is finally like coming to rebirth stage right now. So I hope that makes sense to you. It's such an important time. It's like happening right now. You're being totally reborn. And it's not easy. You might find that you're like crying and like going reflecting on the past one last time, but this is the last time. And at least for some issues. Yes. And the next card you're coming up with is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is coming out reversed too, but this is such an incredibly positive card that I'm seeing it as this is the wish fulfillment card. It's about emotional abundance and joy and gratification, and just, it's such a great card. It's your wishes are coming true, that sort of thing. And to be reversed, it's still a very positive card. It's not like, it's striking me as you're just kind of like, you've been down so long, you're like, you've kind of lost a little bit of faith again. So it could be from all of these trials you've been through, some crazy stuff you've been through, some crazy things you've seen in the world, and but there is so much happiness coming to you. You just you'll start to open up and receive it. So don't worry too much. And the universe is like trying to give you these gifts. Those of you who have gone through these fires and done all this work have like some of you have like raised yourself to a level of mastery where your gifts you offer are so great, and the place you're coming from is so strong that the universe is like trying to reward you immensely. So it has not forgotten you. It is going to give you so many wonderful things, and um, I just feel like you're going to be like swept off your feet a little bit. And this could be about love too. It's definitely, the cups have to do with love. So this could be like any relationships in your life, friendships, family, a new lover, someone you have been coupled with for a while. All of those things are going to go well. And if there's been strain on all of that for a long time, it's really turning around. You know, you're still like mourning a little bit or just kind of feeling a little shaky, but don't worry. I wouldn't lie to you, especially with a reading like this. And the next card you have coming up here is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is another awesome card. Like this one, it's also about wish fulfillment. So, and luck, and just like surprise gifts and stuff like that. So there's a real change in your luck for the better. And the Wheel of Fortune often reminds me of the cycles of karma and fate coming back to you. So reaping some rewards from lots and lots of hard work, things coming full circle. You see the order in the universe again. And it's often, you see how there's like the spider, this kind of a symbol here, weaving the web. I see the web as going around the same spokes multiple times. It's like you've gone around to a whole new place and you can see where you were before, but you're just on this higher level. Like the world has spiraled into a new age, and you just suddenly find yourself um, in a whole new place and with a whole new life um, from where you were. I don't know, from where you were. So yeah, and this can also represent like luck with finances or just any kind of lucky circumstances coming into your life. And it's often something that's like fulfilling to your soul purpose and your place in the world. So it could be like getting a job that is really perfect for you, or just becoming successful in something you always wanted to, or following some of your dreams, or finally feeling like you're at a state of like more mastery and more respect and more power in your life. Hmm. And it's also, these cycles are happening outside of you. So, the world is spinning and you're just kind of along for the ride on the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like a carnival ride, and you just get to sit back and enjoy some of the lovely benefits of what you have worked so hard for, or just some surprises, some nice rewards. So that's awesome. Just enjoy and tune into the higher patterns. You might like get a winning lottery number or something. I don't know. Or just like recognize some blessings that are coming your way and make sure to catch them. So, yeah. And then, so that next to Judgment, card number 20, card number 10. This is just like, I don't know what to say about that. It's just, this is a huge numerical something going on. And so after the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Fool. And the Fool is 0. It's the first card of the tarot deck. Represents infinite possibilities and opportunities, and just being at this place where the world is wide open, and it's like a fresh start, a new journey. It's really exciting and inspiring. And you're kind of the Fool. Probably later this month, or this energy is already being born inside of you, along with all of this other stuff. With the world turning, you're starting on this whole new adventure. And with the Fool, it has also come up reversed, and I think that's for pretty much the same reason as the last two, is you're feeling a little bit uncertain, and just you have been wondering, is the universe like looking out for me? What's the deal here? Am I safe? Should I be cautious? I need to worry about this and that and make sure all my steps are the right ones so I don't mess up my future. So you're kind of still in that mindset, but with these huge shifts in your life, this huge turning of the wheel of your life, you're just suddenly going to be like struck by the whole order of it all, by some huge awakenings and discoveries, and like just some glimpses of the grand design, and probably of yourself too. So I think you're going to feel a lot more confident as being this Fool, and at with putting yourself kind of at the mercy of the universe again. Because I think this journey should be a little bit smoother and easier and rewarding, and gives you a sense of like being able to like let go of the sense of responsibility and play a little bit. So you haven't felt that in a while, I believe. And it's starting to come back. You're like working on that. So if you don't feel like you can be free yet, just work a little with that playful energy. Just take some time to play, like go out and adventure wander wherever the world takes you. And, take precautions, obviously. The Fool can be about, especially the Fool reverse can be about an accident or about making some foolish moves that end up putting you in a bad position. So, definitely be aware of that. But I'm not really seeing that as why this card's coming up here. It's a possibility to think about, and never hurts to be responsible. But yeah, I'm seeing it more as you're just kind of like an old soul, and it's hard for you to play like a kid again. Maybe, you don't feel like the spark of newness quite yet. Um, but you will. That's coming up. And so that this could be like some huge new journey starting, some kind of like big surprise journey. Just the freedom to, even with the Fool reverse, it could be even the freedom to play within your personal world. So you might not be like going on a worldwide trip and like seeing all the sights and throwing caution to the wind. You might just be kind of like enjoying the beauty and small things in your life and really um, kind of amazed in a playful, childlike way with everything that's going on around you. And like I said, glimpsing a little bit of the grand design, seeing a new and fresh sense of inspiration in like everyday things in the world around you that maybe you're just seeing in a whole new way, and questioning in a whole new way. New questions coming up that you thought you had a lot of answers, and now there's more questions. So, yeah, I guess I hope this makes sense to all of you. Hmm. Yeah, you're really feeling inspired to go on some kind of new journey in your life. And I think life really has a plan for a lot of you out there, because this is just a really potent reading and a really, you're not alone in your journey here. There's some kind of remixing and re-spinning of the web of fate right now. So I think whatever journey you're on is going to be really fresh and novel and new. And sometimes the best way to handle a new journey like that is just to jump in head first. So, get prepared and everything, but at the end of the day, when you feel ready, don't be afraid to jump in, because there's wonderful things coming. And, that goes back to the Empress as well, because you are like nurturing some project, some artistic or creative projects, or a family or business or something into creation, and really focusing all of your time and attention and energy on this area. It's like there's a big focus to your life now, and it's going to probably take off in multiple directions. Like this will open up new possibilities and new pathways for you. So you might be finding an adventure through this project or work or some kind of opportunity that opens up through this. You can't help but like touch all these different people, because you're kind of in this hugely enlightened state right now. So you're going to be attracting opportunities to you left and right that you'll find out are quite serendipitous. And as your overview card here, we have the Ace of Cups. And this is another amazing card about emotional happiness, wish fulfillment, joy, new creative projects, new love potentially, a new stirring of your heart emotions, and feeling really just happy and fulfilled and grateful, creative, having harmonious relationships, and feeling really connected emotionally. Again, the Empress is about the heart, the great mother figure, goddess, ocean. There's a lot of water going on. And I think maybe that's like really healing to you. I feel like this is something that is healing your heart, because that can be the hardest thing to heal. Your heart and your spirit have been a little bit busted. You've been through the ringer, like burnt to a crisp. Sorry to like be that way, but you're a Scorpio, you can handle it. But yeah, this is really like healing for you internally. It's just, yeah, this could definitely be a love interest coming in. If it could be coming in, like you might know this person already or meet them very soon. Or it's coming up definitely in this next year, but maybe at different points. I'm not getting like a specific idea. But either way, you could be meeting multiple people you have a real heart connection with, and just feeling very fulfilled in all of your relationships. And if a love does come in, I don't think you're gonna miss out. This is like maybe the one for this next huge leg of your journey, if not for life. Like something very big and special. So yeah, like I said, you have all these cards of wish fulfillment. That's like you're not gonna miss the blessings that are coming to you. You're gonna end up pretty happy at the end of it all. And you deserve it. At least those of you I'm talking to right now. Another card that like popped out while I was shuffling, I'll just bring it up, was the Nine of Pentacles. And this is another amazing card, another 9. And it's about financial abundance and earthly abundance and having everything you need to be like comfortable and happy. So you could be making more money and not have to be too worried about that. Being able to spend a little bit on yourself and have everything that you need and play a little bit. It could also be, again, some kind of wish fulfillment, like you end up able to afford a new house or apartment or a car, or like something you kind of need and want, or a job that pays you pretty well that you're really happy with and find fulfilling and gratifying. So yeah, that one didn't really come in, but it popped out of the deck, so pretty awesome reading. I can't really say anything except, I don't want to like get you too amped up with all of this goodness because it's a lot, but it's an extremely meaningful time. And like I said, Saturn's leaving your sign as of yesterday, and it won't be coming back for a long, long time. So you won't have to relearn those lessons. That's over and done with. And yeah, trying to think if anything else is important here. I think you probably get it. But yeah, I guess this is such a key and crucial time that just make sure you're kind of not checking out mentally or emotionally, that you're not dwelling on the past too much, at least right now, because it's such an important time that you don't want to miss out on these opportunities, or you don't want to like be late. Just keep your head in the game, keep your heart in the game, be present. Just be present right now because it's a huge, huge time for you Scorpios. And like so much is going on that things might fall into place for you very quickly. And just in an undeniably amazing way. So yeah, the best thing to do is just be really present and keep yourself aligned. Keep in touch with yourself. um, and with the judgment thing, just remember to keep your very strong sense of personal integrity, to reflect on that and just kind of like pat yourself on the back and be kind to all of the parts of you that have been hurt in the past over this process, and try to do your best to gather all your strength together and to make peace with those aspects that, even like insecurities, parts of you that have felt disempowered, to find a way to bring them back to you, to bring them back to your personal power. So it's a great time to like meditate or do some kind of therapy that's good for that. Maybe see like some kind of spiritual guide that might help you. Um, if you have to get specific about your problems or about, um, maybe journaling or anything like that, I think you'll be guided in where to go and how to do that. So do ask for guidance, ask some angels to help you with that process, because it might not be easy or fun, but it'll be so rewarding. You'll be so glad you did it. So glad. Because I just see this propulsion like taking off like the phoenix from the flames. It just suddenly bursts off like a rocket. So I see your life taking off that way and being really joyful. So I hope this reading was helpful for you, and please let me know if it makes sense, if you have any comments or questions, and come check me out every month. Hopefully my videos will get more entertaining. Also, feel free to check out my website, which really sucks at the moment, but I'll be adding to every day or two, and hopefully have a lot of good information. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.